Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV video. Today we'll show you guys how to farm your Grandcompany seals with your new level 80 Blue Mage. Now this is going to be an upgraded version of the Alexander raid, and we're going to be doing Ultra Right and the Delta Scape the Omega raid. The level 80 gear I'm using is a little bit of the cryptlurker plus the phantasmal gear. You want to meld grade 8 spell speed and crit. If those are not an option, determination is the next thing. Because my melds were done before I asked what was the optimization for his melds, I have a little bit of crit direct hit melded in here. So the level 80 weapon, you can easily get them from the level 80 quest after you defeat Goldor, but the umbrella is doing the achievement. So either one will work. I have the cryptlurker head and body, the phantasmal gloves after doing the quests for Blue Mage, the legs and the feet are from the quest, the earrings, the wrist and one of the rings is phantasmal, and the other one is cryptlurker, since they have crit and spell speed onto it. Okay, now that that's out of the way, time for the loadout. You have Moonflute, Goblin Punch, Off Guard, Devour, Matra Magic, White Wind, Winged Reprobation, Shock Strike, Sea Shanty, Song of Torment, Breath of Magic being Mortal, Aetherial Mimicry of a DPS, Bristle, Basic Instinct, Suprahknaka, Toad Oil, J-Kick, Nightbloom, Conviction Marcato, Candy Cane, Mighty Guard, Flurry, and Mortal Flame. Now you're going to want to test your rotation or try to practice your rotation for the opener because you have about 15 seconds with Moonflute to shove everything in there. Otherwise, you will lose out on very, very powerful DPS from all of the buffs. Okay, so I definitely will say practice first. You're going to have Mighty Guard and Toad Oil up before you go into the duty. So you cast Toad Oil first and then queue up right as it casts. This way you don't have to worry about it going into the fight. And this will last the entire duration. Then you'll activate Basic Instinct while you're in there. So we're going to go into Ultra Right and I'll show you guys exactly how long it takes for you to actually do this. My best record is 2 minutes and 25 seconds. So the opener is going to be going into Basic Instinct, Bristle, then doing Off Guard, Moonflute, going into Shock Strike, then Mortal Flame, Sea Shanty, Jade Kick back into Bristle, Nightbloom, Breath of Magic, Suprahknaka, Swift Casting, Mantra Magic, and then hitting with Phantom Flurry, and then the flute buff will wear off and you're stuck doing nothing for 15 seconds. After Moonflute wears off, make sure you move to the back to avoid the AoEs and then do ranged reprobation 3 times. You will jump after this, so if you want you can heal yourself with the White Wind and then retarget them with the marcato buffed. At this point you're basically going to do Goblin Punch. Make sure you do go to the edge after the pushback to avoid getting hit. So at this point, Shock Strike and J-Kick should be coming back up, so it's a good time to start using those while you're doing Goblin Punch. Activate Candy Cane to get back 1,000 of your MP, and also start using your Lucid Dreaming as well. And also make sure to do Bristle when applying your Breath of Magic, and of course Song of Torment because Nightbloom is on cooldown. For Twin Bolts, you can eat these because they're not going to do too much damage, and then move out of the way of Clamp, which is going to be telegraphed. And then rush back into the front because Goblin Punch does most of its damage from the front. Now Toad Oil should take care of some of your dodging from the auto attacks. Devour heals you from the damage is dealt, so make sure you buff that with Bristle. This will help you try not to use White Wind. Now 11 Bolt can easily be eaten without really doing anything about it because it is magical damage. So you can just eat it just fine. Addle and the Blaze, which is the tank buster, and heal as necessary because it will do a crap ton of damage. So at this point, most of your 120 seconds OGCDs are back up, so make sure you hit them with Off Guard and then wail them with those spells, and this should be the end of basically the fight. He'll jump in the middle to do the classical element, but at this point he's basically so weak that he'll be dead, just like that. So it took me 3 minutes and 47 seconds because this run I accidentally screwed up my opener and I had to restart. So like I said, it should take you around 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And there you guys go, how to solo ultra-roid with your blue mage. Now, in 8 runs, you should be doing this between 16 to 20 minutes. That's a lot faster than running a dungeon where you get the chance of getting duplicates or even triplets of your gear. With this, you're getting tokens so you guys can get each piece of gear for each job type. So you should be getting 16 bolts, 16 lenses, 8 shafts, 8 springs, and I believe 8 cranks, and then 8 pedals. I actually did an extra run of this, that's why I have 18, 18, 9, 9, 9, 9. So when you have completed each run, and the loot table is the same as Alexander, you'll be getting 1 bolt, 1 pedal, 1 crank, 1 lens, 1 bolt, 1 spring, 1 shaft, 1 lens. Kind of rhymed right there, but this is going to be from the first chest, and this is going to be from the other one. There's a chance that you can get the Omega Square Orchestrium Scroll as well from those treasure chests, so use them as you want, but they're pretty useless on my server. Okay, so once that is all done, and you should be getting 55,044 Grandcompany seals with the Seal Sweetener 2 Free Company buff up. If you do not have a free company, or if you're in a free company but you don't have control of the actions, I highly recommend telling your free company leader to activate this when you're doing it, or if you're in your own free company, and if you don't have a free company, you can make your own. Just get 3 people to sign for it, and then you can just have them leave, and you can take over your free company by yourself, and then you can do your expert turn-ins to quickly rank up your free company, and then you can have access to the Seal Sweetener too. Or if you have your squadrons, you can easily get the manuals for that as well. But after all that, you're going to head over to Kugane, because you're going to be using the vendor here to pass in all the loot. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so here we are in Kugane. So talk to the Rowena's representative. Go under tank first, then go onto the Genta Gear 320. And then you're going to get 1 headpiece, 1 body piece, 1 hand piece, 1 leg piece, a foot piece, and then 1 of each accessory for tanks. Now you're going to run out of space for the headpiece, so I recommend putting 1 headpiece in your chocobo saddle. So after that, you're going to grab the melee. So this is going to be for maiming. I really wish they would take out the prompt that you can't equip it. It kind of gets annoying in the way. It's like we already know you can't equip it. Alright, then you're going to move over to Monk and Samurai, since this is striking. Since we already wasted our body and legs, we can't get any more. And the slang accessories share, so you don't have to worry about that. Ninja for scouting. So we're out of leg pieces. And we're out of hand pieces. So after that, we're going to go into range physical. Get some aiming. So we're out of that. So this is the headpiece for that. Magical DPS. And now we switch to healer. Alright, so now we pop the healer head into our chocobo saddle and get the final headpiece. So I have an extra, I did an extra run, so I have extra left over. Okay, so now that's out of the way, now you're going to head over to your Grandcompany. So here we are at my Grandcompany, and if you want to make your own free company, you can do it with your OIC Quartermaster over here. Alright, so we have the Seal Sweetener buff up at the time. So now we're going to pass in the Genta gear. As you can see, it's 1390 without the buff, but with the buff, it is 1529. Now, I drained myself of all of my Grandcompany seals to show you guys exactly how much you're getting. Like I said, it's 55,044. Kind of wish there was a turn in all option, and then they would tell you doing this would cap you out. That would be so much easier than doing this, but maybe in 7.0. I'm getting a little bit more than that, actually. Unless I miscounted when I originally did this. Alright, so we're getting 58,102. Hey guys, Editor Zane here to make a point. I accidentally passed in 2 extra accessories because I had 18 bolts instead of the 16, so that's why I ended up with more than what I mentioned earlier, but you should be getting 55,044 if you have 16 bolts. So I want to make that perfectly clear that this right here was because I had 2 extra bolts. Alright, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37 pieces, nope, 38 pieces of loot. But there you go, the new way to farm Grandcompany seals with your Blue Mage. Alright, so if you do not have most of these spells, I recommend getting into the Party Finder right now and get them while Blue Mage is hot, because you don't want to do this alone. Alright guys, so that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV content, and join the First Brood. If you guys want to join my Discord server, the link is in the About section down below. And if you want to support me further, I do have YouTube memberships available, and of course a link to my Patreon page will also be in the description down below. So until next time, may forever walk in the glorious light of Lord Bahamut. As always, remember to keep forging ahead. Good luck!